starts up once should surely just be looking to warden away here. I don't think DFM, like me, even believe it. And then the Realm Warp comes through. This overextension of the Onslaught of Shadows back in from Steel is strictly too much. And even though the members of Sengoku do end up falling, it gives Honey a long, long time able to take back Yaharong, able to take back Steel. And that's quite okay. That's all right for Sengoku. It's not completely a lost fight. That would have been close. Yeah, it would have been good. It would have been good. Oh, Formal, I don't know if you've seen, there is a message in Caster Chat, which will get your audio back on, as finally, I could hear myself on stream. Let's go! Audio! Hello, Twitch chat. How are you doing this fine morning? We're taking a mild lull state. Sengoku have got into position on this Rift Herald. And oh, even though the Jinx Rocket was tried, even though Twisted Fate's on the lower side, Sengoku has 6,000 gold down, but it's not over just yet. We could see further extensions. It's going to be harder as this Hecarim gets tankier and tankier, as Udapon gets stronger and stronger. But right now, DFM not pushing their advantage forwards. Oh, I say that, and it's a solo bolo for Udapon. Harp and Steel didn't come round on the outside, but lordy lord, that Gale Force was perfectly timed.
Yeah, that was, again, a little bit of that gold differential, a little bit of that Udapon pop, and that's the difference in this game right now. And not to sound like a broken record, but because no one ever even heard us when we started the record, it all goes back to that early pathing from Steel, getting that bot lane ahead, and DFM has not looked back since.
Those early adaptations from DFM, just so crisp. Welcome to the audio stream, Formal. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. Oh my gosh, that is disgusting.
Like
that replay,
the extra 1 gold for the call, 301 for the takedown. Udapon putting on a clinic on this Jinx, and I've sort of bemoaned it because Caitlyn can turn this champion off. There is always this chance, but it's becoming slimmer and slimmer as time goes on that this Jinx won't just take over the game.
Okay, hold on. When we came into this, you said you were the one who likes to go in, and I was going to be Captain Positive and say there's always a chance, but I feel like that chance is gone. We sort of swapped roles here because I feel like DFM, there's no reason why they should lose this game at this stage. They have been playing far too intelligently. Their positioning has been on point. That team fight that they had before was a little bit rough, but that's because they didn't expect Sengoku to fully commit on them, and who actually would? It was such a reckless fight, and even when Sengoku got the jump, DFM still came out on top. So as long as Udapon stays safe...
It goes even worse. DFM overextended on the return, and they still won out. I'm just I'm sort of allowing that possibility to come through, because we haven't seen much of Paz just yet. We haven't seen if Sengoku can put all their chips on the table. Maybe something around this Baron could be possible. It is less and less of a possibility by the minute, Formal. You're right. Normally I'm bad cop. Today, I just don't want DFM to steal something from us.
I mean, look, they've already had one dragon stolen away from them. So again, one Sass's highlight play, that's all well and good. I kind of feel like that's all you're going to get, though. DFM, they're just so good in this position right now. And while I appreciate, you know, that the fact that Sengoku probably is the #2 team coming into this, that if anyone can beat DFM, it's got to be them. But I think this game is just further testament to how far and away DFM has been playing so far throughout the split on top of everybody. I mean, it just doesn't seem like there's a weakness on the side that even when you see them crack a little bit, they quickly just pave and smooth it back over, and it's like nothing was wrong to begin with. And for Sengoku, unfortunately, they're going to come up short in this one. I still want to see a series between these two teams. I think that maybe we'll get to see a little bit more, but even going all the way back to the Champ Select, I wanted to see a bit more aggression come from Sengoku. I wanted to see them take a few more risks. I think gameplay-wise they were doing that, but maybe the composition isn't exactly what you want. I don't know. I don't want to harp on this Lux pick being the off one, but it was the one that caught me off guard as being not quite what I wanted to see from NT. And if you take a look at the scoreline, I know that's bad analysis, but so far I kind of feel a little justified in it.
I get why you would want the Caitlyn Lux, right? That's the most lane dominant. It's second to nearly none. It should beat everything in lane. The lane being broken Should have been less of a surprise here for Sengoku, as this position doesn't look great.
Oh, once that's a good kick. That's who they want.
Oh, they got
is
him!
gone. This is the fight that Sengoku was looking for, but can they seal the deal? Because you still got to deal with Yaharong, who's throwing out those cards, but the DPS just is not there. Once a fantastic play may have just brought Sengoku back in, because they're looking at Baron.
Can I tell the future or what, Formal? That absolutely massive pick takes out Udapon, the main target here. You can't target
DFM
Ebby in
is
the
not
neutral.
done.
It's not done. The approach is pretty tough. Paz
Here
is
we
holding
go.
the corner,
Gold
most
card.
importantly.
It's caught onto Jet, and as we take a look at the dredge line, doesn't make contact. Once again, once jumps to the back line, but has to go to Jet for safety. Ebby, deep in the pit, found Honey, who is left alone, and that's the Caitlyn gone. Enti low as well, but they did lose Ebby in the process. Still looking for the play. Dredge line right into Jet in the front line. Super Mega Death Rocket's going to get a kill, but the Baron was already secured. Once now, going to try to lead the escape. In the end, they actually find another on the way out. Paz, Once, and Jet, all with the Baron buff.
All with the Baron buff. The members of Sengoku pull it back from nowhere. I don't know, Formal. This was just an absolute clinic on how to play from behind. They get the pick onto the richest member, the key damage carry. Ebby is really secondary, and Yaharong is dealing no damage right now in an extended fight. We're going to kick it to the replay. Just watch how Once approaches this fight. It's beautiful. Harp, they're holding the vision out on the left side. Sengoku holding this corner. This is super risky. Onslaught of Shadows here would likely mean doom as soon as it comes through. But Once doesn't wait for that. The flash, Chinese-style buffered insect, absolutely mashes Yaharong before he can even push flash to chain. He had flash up the whole time. It's really hard to do it. That insect comes through way faster. And on the approach here into River, look at this corner. They have to commit everything to Honey at maximum range. Ebby has to blow everything. Sengoku don't even try and turn it back around. They take away Paz as he's they take away Ebby as he's damaged by the Baron, as that was already happening. The Lux ultimate for more damage. Once gets the smite, and while multiple members of Sengoku fall, that blob is able to come together.
I was looking down here. Yeah, Ebby just got a solo kill on the Honey right before jumping to this clop, and now they want revenge. But look at the turnaround from DFM. Super Mega Death Rocket from downtown gets the kill onto Paz. All right, Dredge Line again makes contact, this time onto Jet, who I don't see getting out of this one alive. They'll give the kill back to Udapon, and Sengoku, that last fight may have given them hope, but continuing to fight without Honey, I'm not sure about that one, Sengoku. They pay the price.
Bit too much. Bit too much. Just because you got the Baron buff, it doesn't mean there isn't still a 6,000 gold lead. That Jinx still massively rich. Even with the Baron buff, it's bought more time here for Sengoku, but they still have to repeat this pick backwards. That Jinx still present just by killing her. You haven't taken away her massive advantage. We're going to go to that replay. Paz and Ebby just walking in. Ebby starts up the fight. I didn't quite see this because of the replay for the Baron. So in the extension, Ebby gets engaged onto, but it's not really enough. Oh, that hook onto Jet, absolutely brutal. Not able to reach Ebby, not able to DPS Yaharong. Paz will go down to the Super Mega Death Rocket. That position not tenable for Sengoku. You can't reach Udapon. He's very well defended by Yaharong and
Teleport in the back line. Keep your eyes on that as well as the front lines do once again smash, and already Once is gone. That's the last Baron buff gone. That's the Dragon secured. Super Mega Death Rocket makes some contact with Honey. A flank play out of Jet. I think it's too little too late. Sengoku can't find a way to re-engage, and now Jet stuck in the pit trying to buy some time. Yaharong stays safe and helps Udapon get the kill over the wall. We go. Onslaught of Shadows shuts down the back line, and now it is Paz versus the world. Even Red Buff is starting to pile on, helping DFM. Nowhere for Paz to go. He'll be taken out. Top towers falling, and DFM are running away with this game.
A little bit of false confidence from Sengoku. Just because you take one fight off the back of a massive insect, it does not mean you are even again in straight fights. 2 in a row. Sengoku try and take it to DFM on a more normal front, and they pay the price twice.
Oh my goodness. This game, these fights have just been happening with like a flip of the switch, and then all of a sudden it is just go, go, go. And to be fair, DFM, a lot of their games aren't quite like this. Normally they're very methodical. They pick the fights they want, and they sort of evade their opponents until they find those situations. But in this game, because Sengoku's willingness to just throw themselves constantly at DFM, DFM's like, okay, sure, we'll fight when you want, because we know we have the money advantage. We know we have the mechanical advantages as well at times. And yeah, it's just been a clinic as we watch this replay again.
It's really tough. We did see masterful work from Once and NT able to get Jet's flank tenable by drawing DFM back towards the dragon. They took a moment to wait for their teammates to arrive, and instead they get Jet in, but it's not enough. They can't get Honey into the river, most importantly. They can't get him into a stable position to auto-attack, which is where this version of Caitlyn's damage comes from. And with that, a single reset for Utapon, a bit of a broken flank, a broken pincer movement, and DFM are just able to play it forwards, take it from there, and once again take down Sengoku.
If I were to make one complaint about that play, it would be the fact that Paz kind of hit the red buff with the Gnar at the end right there, and the red buff was stunned when the killing blow came through. I would have loved it if red buff had been the one to secure the kill. I think desperately needs the gold in situations like this to keep up with the rest of DFM. I digress, though. Once, actually, I don't think you want any part of Steel, buddy. Just going to go ahead and let the pony trot on through.
His flank is maintained. This could be
Unipon's
Sengoku
actually
just trying
vulnerable.
something deep. The Guardian Angel
I think
is
they
on.
sense it. I think they sense it. Here it comes. Once. No. Not quite there. And now Once has to get out of this one. But with the Destiny, the gold card actually cutting off the backline because Utapon has the damage for Once. It's kind of over. I love it. They just ignore. They just ignore Enti as he goes golden. Yeah, we'll just wait for you to come back. I have farm to collect. This is not a good time to be a Sengoku fan.
It really is, and it really hurts. That was the difference between the new LPL style insect and the classic. The classic, you W, you flash. This time, earlier on, we saw flash W, which is much quicker. You can't really flash in response. The game is ending, by the way.
Yeah, no, this is it. Like, Onslaught of Shadows kind of gets that back line disrupted.
Yeah.
That will give enough time for the towers. Look, this
The
was a
failed
clinic.
engage just means they've still got all the buttons.
Yeah, exactly. You just
They're
got to
into
make
the
sure your
Nexus
keyboard
tower.
still works, right? Like, you got to push the button, see everything's good. But now DFM should be finishing this game right here, continuing their undefeated streak as we got one last fight. Gnar gets 3. They actually get a kill onto Steel. A little bit of a consolation prize. One sidesteps the Super Mega Death Rocket, and I'm not sure DFM can end here, actually. Sengoku, with that pick, live to fight another day.
Just enough for a few more minutes here from Sengoku. They could go for another legendary engage. As we go back to the replay here, this is the extended flank. This is what Once was going for. Steel just does not check the bush. And while it is a risk for DFM, as we can see, it maybe doesn't work out the best. Utapon will be spotted out by this blue ward. That is a signal for Once. As you see, the full extension not possible. And even though it was attempted, a little bit of disconnection, Once completely out in no man's land if that doesn't work. Jet, oh sorry, NT also struggling a little, just kept in range as he's farmed for another reset to let Utapon fly forwards on this Jinx. 15-1-3 full build. It is a performance from Utapon.
Once's flank play can only work once, as it turns out at the end of the day. And look, again, Once has been the highlight of this Sengoku team, though. And you got to give credit to Once. I mean, they've definitely been making this Lee Sin pick work in terms of the playmaking capabilities, but I feel like that's also...
It's a huge improvement, actually, because last time they faced DFM, the only reason I think Sengoku had such a poor performance was Once looked completely absent against Steel's Poppy. Didn't even go for the standard cross maps you see in that matchup. Was just completely 0-0-0 by 20 minutes, and it was over. This is an improvement that things are happening for them.
Okay, well, now they're actually going to turn their attention to Barret, and let's see if Once can make a little bit magic happen again. Keep your eyes on Utapon. That is all the damage. Onslaught of Shadows just got all 5, and now here comes DFM barreling on through. I don't think the rest of the team was quite ready for that, as Harp goes straight to the front line. Ebby going to the flank and is able to get the flash out of NT. Meanwhile, back in the front line, Jet goes down as well as the rest of the Sengoku tank line. That allows Honey to be left isolated. Super Mega Death Rocket does not secure the kill, but gets Honey low enough that Ebby should be able to run him down. It's actually the gold card that secures it. Once is the one left standing, but now with 5 members strong, DFM are barreling into the base, looking to go 9-0, and I don't think Once is going to stop them here, not even waiting for the minions. Down goes the second Nexus tower. Once is actually spotted by Steel as well, and DFM get the win.
A commanding performance from our first place seed. Their greatest challenge in Sengoku broke